So, hi guys, I'm doing something slightly different. Oh, you need me to move those? 1 second. I have been promising you guys that, hey Jamie Taylor, how are you? I have been promising you guys that I would do some unboxing videos to get caught up on some of my decks, which I've got a lot of decks to do. I have some beautiful decks that I want to get unboxed. Hey Rowena Putt, how are you? I have a lot of decks that I want to get unboxed and get out to you guys ASAP, especially all of these lovers decks for the lovers. Ooh. Yeah, I bought a bunch of decks, a couple of which were actually gifted to me from a really wonderful viewer, Karen, and so I'm going to ask a couple questions about them on this video. Maybe on the other videos, they will be the last to be unboxed. But I bought, in preparation, because I knew Decky keeps, hey, Teresa Barker, hey, Andrew, I'm hungry. Sticky buns? You want sticky buns? Hey, Sarah Warren, how are you? So, where was I? So, Ducky has been on me to do a love pick a card. She says that's what I need to be doing. And I am a bit of a romantic, don't get me wrong. I love as much as strong and as stupidly as the next person, to be honest. I have loved people that don't deserve it most of my life. But I have loved, I know about love, I know how to be romantic, I know all of that. But I'm a little bit shy when it comes to wanting to like guide people in their own love lives because I don't necessarily know that that's where people should be seeking. I truly believe, for me personally, that I need to find love within myself before I go start seeking it out in another. But whatever. So I don't judge anybody for seeking love. I think that it's a normal thing to do. We all want it. We all want validation. We all want that sort of connection. But in an effort to get this done or to do this, I needed some decks that sort of, in my mind, really had a focal point of love, right? So with February coming and all of this love stuff, this is part of the reason why I'm starting it today, because the forecast this morning was so heavy with that lovers card and then the I am love card, and we have that beautiful harmony stone from yesterday. It makes me think that, okay, now I need to start cracking open these boxes, get these decks unveiled, and then start to figure out which decks are going into the pick a card. So I want to do, by February 1st, I would like to have a pick a card probably just around love, like a is he or is she not thinking about you kind of pick a card. And then quite possibly I might do a twin flame pick a card. Oof. I don't mind twin flames, to each their own. I think that it's a beautiful concept in theory. It makes me nervous to be setting people up saying, are they your twin flame? I don't want to be responsible for that sort of information, but we'll see what happens. We'll just go with it and see. Who knows? Maybe I have just a little bit of fear around it. I don't know. So I need to get out of my own way. So tonight I'm doing my first of the unboxings. I'm just going to show you guys the stack. These I purchased for the channel these were on the wish list, so I don't expect everybody to buy everything off the wish list for me. It's just a place where I compile what I need or what I think I need for future ideas. And there's this deck here, and then there's these beautiful decks here that were on the wish list that Karen bought me. The Sensual Wicca Tarot, ooh girl, and the Sensual Goddess. So we got a lot of sensuality happening here. So calm down, just rub your nipples with them, it's really nice. So I want to know from you guys in the comments on YouTube and the Facebook business page, because I'm not broadcasting this to the group. I'm just only broadcasting it to, and not to Twitch, I'm just broadcasting it to Facebook business page and to the YouTube channel. Do you guys want to see these in the loved ones or not? These might be a little raunchy, and I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to open these last, like not on this video, but in a later video in the next few days to come, I'm going to actually do unboxings of these. I'm a little afraid. So, I mean, I think it'll be fun, but I'm just like, I don't know what's going to happen. So, do we want to see these in our love readings is what I want to know, or do we want this set for a whole separate type of pick a card, like an 18 plus, eyes wide shut kind of pick a card? I don't know. So you guys let me know about that. But what we're going to do today, and what I titled this video, is for the Lover's Path Tarot. So this was a deck that I thought was really lovely and really beautiful. If you look at this design here, there's this angel. He's chilling. Sorry about the glare from the computer, but there's this angel, and he's He's kind of like, yo, bitch, get out of bed. I told you, you shouldn't have done that shot of heroin. Anyways, so let me set all these aside. So these are going to all be coming. I might get on a couple times tonight. And if you guys are having fun being here live with me during the unveilings and the unboxings, let me know, because I will do them this way where they're more interactive, okay? I'm going to unbox them. Calm down, Regina. Calm down, girl. Damn, Regina. So if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, maybe we'll do these live from now on. And then that way they get shot and they get done and you guys get to see them and comment on them and tell me your feelings on them. That might be fun, okay? But basically, it's only my opinion that matters. It's my channel, damn it. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's crack this puppy open. If you haven't noticed, I'm a bit of a nail biter. I tend to be, just have always had like anxiety and been a nail biter my whole life. So these plastics on some of these boxes can be a real pain in the ass for me. So it's obviously wrapped in plastic. Oh, and I would say this, in the description box, once this is fully uploaded to the YouTube channel, there will be a link to this on Amazon is where I bought it. So if you do like this deck, or it's a deck that you want to use for yourself or for your friends, or maybe, you know, for your family, you can certainly follow the link in the description box once I get it fully uploaded, okay? So this is The Lover's Path Tarot by Kris Waldherr, Waldherr, printed by US Game Systems Inc. They do a shit ton of the cards that are out there. So, so it's in this little nifty kind of slider sleeve. Okay, it's kind of a waste of paper, but it is open like this. So I guess it's no different than having it be in a box. It's actually a little bit easier than having to do the flap tops, to be honest. Let me find a spot for this over here. If you guys could see this office, there's like decks everywhere. So I'm just gonna open it as we go. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you guys can see the artwork and stuff a little bit closer in just one moment. But it looks like this has got a big, wow, there's interesting spreads on this like spread calendar. Do you want me to spread for you? Watch. Oh God, I'll probably get reported for nudity and sexual activity again. So there's the relationship cross. There's the past, present, future for two. That's like a Chinese restaurant. Dinner for two, $19.95 per person. Wonton soup. So, anyway, I think Andrew would like that. We were just talking about Chinese food earlier in the chat. So we have the burning question. Do you need that cream from the STD clinic? Probably. That's the burning question spread, the lover's path. This is a lot of cards, like 13 cards. That's a long path for those lovers. I have my own personal, like, sort of relationship spread that I do that's much less complicated. But I will check these out. So this is nice. It's on this glossy kind of paper, which is kind of nice. You could actually probably frame this. Not that you would want to, but you could frame this or hang this on your wall if you were practicing tarot. It's nice and, like, decent paper stock quality, so you could, it's a keeper, you know, if you're at a loss for ideas or how to do spreads, that sort of thing. There's a little bit on the back of the box about the creator, Kris. I'm just going to read this too. It says, about the Lover's Path Tarot. Every card is depicted in lush, rich color. I love this deck. It's ideal for relationship issues. I also recommend it to romantics, art enthusiasts, tarot collectors, as well as lovers of myth and story. Well, hell, that's us. So I just love, like, there are lots of angels in this. Like, even this is on the back of the box. So then, yeah, we have another box. There is 22 major arcana, 56 minor arcana, so that makes for a total of 78 cards, which would be like a traditional tarot deck. This is that flap that I was talking about that's kind of hard for you to get open. So that slider box actually kind of avoids this, but then they get you in the end. They get you. Damn lovers. Okay, so this is yet again wrapped in plastic. Okay, that's kind of wasteful, guys, but whatever. It's US Game Systems, so it probably doesn't cost them much. It's just a lot of plastic. And for folks like me with no nails, it's kind of a pain in the ass. This is why I do this, why I used to pre-tape my unboxings, because you wouldn't see all this shit in the background. I'm not seeing what you guys are saying. Rosemary, you like these cards? I like these cards too, Rosemary. They were on my wish list for a long time. I like go through the decks and I look at the art as best I can tell on Amazon and stuff. I choose the ones that I think are going to have the most impact or the most that interest me the most, that kind of call to me. This deck was definitely calling to me. So it comes with a small book. We'll just open the book really quick. Oh, and it says here, just to further Chris's work, by Kris Waldherr, is also the creator of the Goddess Tarot, which I'm not familiar with. That sounds like that could be really fun. It sounds like a beautiful tarot deck too. So there's an introduction in the book, as with all, and then it goes through the structure of the Lover's Path Tarot. There's a little section about the art, and then it says, oh, interesting. So the major arcana, instead of it calling it the Fool, it's called Innocence. I'm going to say this. I'm blind as a bat. This type, this print is very, let me put it up there. It's very small. Like, even my camera can't really. So I'm going to tell you this. This book is probably going in the trash. I'm just going to go off of intuition with these cards. Because I don't think, I mean, I would go blind trying to read this. So. Oh, wow. This is kind of cool, though. I am going to say this. It gives you the traditional card from the major arcana. It gives you the traditional card, but it also gives you the different lovers that are associated with this said card, right? So like Innocence, which would represent the Fool, is represented by the lovers of Tamino and Panina, whoever Panina is. I think she later went on, after she was with Tamino, to create Panera, the restaurant chain. Great salads. Fabulous. The soup's delicious. So Panina knew what she was doing. When she left Tamino, she took half of everything and opened up Panera. That's what I'm thinking, but I could be wrong. I think she's Punamu's cousin. I'm not sure, and I'm only saying that for Andrew because I know he's had a long day. Andrew says squint. You know, there's a bitch on the end of that too. He just didn't type it because he's so tired. Anyways, like, so for the magician card, it's called Magic instead. It's not the magician, but the lovers there are Merlin and Vivienne, which I love that. Have you guys ever read? Oh God, what was that book that I loved? Vivienne was so wonderful in that. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. The Mists of Avalon. Loved it. Fertility is the Empress, which the Empress generally represents fertility. So these are different. The Hierophant is tradition. Love is the lovers. Wisdom is the High Priestess. Power is the Emperor. So this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me. It'll be interesting. Anyway, so that's in there. And then it goes through. I wonder what the suits are like. We have illusion, oppression. Oppression is the Tower. The suit of cups, which is traditional. The staves, which is traditional. That's usually swords. Arrows. No, sorry. Staves is wands. Arrows is swords. And coins, which would be pentacles. Okay, so that all. And then there's princesses instead of pages, and princes instead of knights. So. But we still have 4 court cards in each of those sets. And each suit has its own lovers, like Danae and Zeus for the suit of coins. And there's a lot of love happening in here. The Cupid and Psyche for the suit of arrows. Interesting. I would have to look up some of these stories because I don't necessarily know the stories. It does give you a little story about Cupid and Psyche. Siegfried and Brunhilde. All right, so that's kind of cool. Look at this. I love this. I didn't know this about this deck. Look at the back design. It's the heart with the wings, which I love because my heart sits right here with the wings, guys. And it's similar to my business design. Isn't that beautiful? With the crown. So I love that. I'm knocking things over. Dry those eggs up. What are you talking about? Hey, Sean Cyclone, Laud. Punomi. Stop, Olan. Oh, Lord. Okay, Sean Cyclone. I like your name, Sean Cyclone. That's kind of funny. All right, so I know it does need a magnifying glass to read. It's like the print is super tiny. So I'm just going to be making shit up as I go, basically. So this is beautiful. I love the rich color. I'm going to say this. The cards feel very nice. Let me flip the camera and we'll start to look through here. Some of these cards. Okay. So there's first some intro cards, right? Which, you know, these are the ones that I always tell you guys watch out for because you'll end up shuffling the deck and they'll be in your reading and there's nothing more retarded than that. Like when you go to flip a card and you're having this big moment and you're like, and the Lover's Path Tarot was created by. So we'll remove those completely at this time. Now let's look at some of these. So this is, oh, and it has, oh, that's kind of cool. So this is Innocence, which is the first card of the Major Arcana. This is the Fool. He's blindfolded, he's playing some music. He's got this chick with him. To me, I'm looking at this, and this is, I guess, Pamina, who I thought was Panero. See, I can't even read it. It's Pamina. I can read on the card here. And then this is Tamino. I'm not sure of their story. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to search it on Google and find out. They look like they're kind of like, interesting to me. He's sort of playing this music as if he's the fool, right? And she's sort of guiding him. So there's a level of trust that I feel like is happening here. Where when I look at the normal fool in a traditional tarot, I sort of feel like there's a little bit of a naivete or openness to the fool. Here it feels more like you have to trust another. That's sort of the innocence. I feel like this also looks like flames to me, even though I know it's not because the mountains are here. But I'll have to read their love story to know what that's about. And I don't know, this must be wind of some sort? Huh, interesting. And then like here is magic. This is like the magician. And we have Merlin, of course. He's the one with the beard, because we don't want Vivienne to have the beard. And then we have Vivienne, both two incredible magicians during the time of Avalon. Great big love story, although Merlin looks a little old for her. I'm just saying. But that's okay. Alright, then we have Wisdom. We have Scheherazade and Scheherazade. I didn't even know that that was his name. I knew... Actually, let me put these guys up here. So this would be considered... Wisdom would be considered like the High Priestess, right? So that's why we have Scheherazade here featured more in the front. It's more about the female empowerment, I would imagine, and her knowledge. See, she's sitting with a book. Yet she's also got this knife here. And to me, when I think of the High Priestess, I always think about secret knowledge, that sort of a thing. There can be sort of, not deceit, but secrets kept. And so I love that this knife is here because it looks like she's like, just, if you touch me one more time, I am just going to cut you, and you won't even see it coming. Anyways, that's how I love. No, I'm just kidding. So, they look gorgeous, don't they? I like them. The art is a little bit rudimentary, but it's cool. And then we have Fertility, which this would be the Empress, which is, look at all those cats. Crazy cat lady! This is Cleopatra and Caesar. Not Anthony and Cleopatra, but Caesar and Cleopatra. We also have this like lion back here. He's just chilling. The baby lion cub, but she's got a lot of house cats, so thank God she was able to swing Caesar before she became a crazy cat lady, and it got too late. You know, her chances were gone. We have Power. This would be sort of the Emperor. This is Arthur and Guinevere. And again, we feature Arthur closer to the foreground. The Fertility, which would be the Empress, we have Cleopatra more in the foreground. So to me, this would be the emphasis on the feminine. This would be the emphasis on the masculine, right? Interesting. It's funny to me. Is anybody else getting the vibe here that he's not all that into her? I'm totally getting the vibe in this picture here that he's not. He's got his mind on other stuff, like other worries, and she's like, Jim never had a second cup of coffee at home. Do you see what I'm saying? Are you seeing that, or is it just me? I'm totally getting that vibe. That sort of, what was that coffee? I can't think of that coffee commercial, but you know, where she's like, Jim never had a second cup of coffee at home. I'm totally getting that vibe from Guinevere. Alright, so this, oh, beautiful, Tradition. So this would be the lovers, and this would be Romeo and Juliet, okay? But see, this is interesting because the lovers to me is always a very open card, but with this priest standing above them and the story of Romeo and Juliet, they were kind of doomed in their love. So interesting, I understand why they chose Romeo and Juliet for the lovers card. Obviously, they're like sort of the most historical loving duo of our time, but they killed each other. They committed suicide together. Not the happiest card, guys. So, I don't know. Oh, I like, oh, no, is that, wait, no, that's not the lovers. This would be, what is that? That would be, that's card number 5 with the Emperor. Who comes after the Emperor? I can't think right now. Because this is the lovers. So let me just look here. I'm thrown off. Oh, this is the Hierophant. Okay, so this is, I understand now. So it's not about Romeo and Juliet, even though they're the couple that personify this card. It's about this gentleman here. He is sort of the main focus. He's the, like, would be representational of the institution or the Hierophant, the learning, the higher learning, that sort of thing. And that's sort of the thing that maybe brought these two to an end, to a demise. So this is the Lover's card, because I forget that the Fool starts at 0. So this is the 6th card of the deck. Technically, it's actually the 7th, but this is love, which is Osiris and Isis. We like that. The Egyptians know how to get down in a field of lilies. That's beautiful. Wow, if that card comes up for you, you're doing all right. I think. I just like the vibe of that card. I love that they're both sort of turned into one another. They both feel like they're giving in to one another. They're both like, not releasing. I don't want to get like, I don't mean releasing in that way, you dirty-minded folks, but I feel like they're both like released in their hearts to one another. I love that. So this is Tristan and Isolde for Desire, which is the Chariot. I love this card too. I tend to like the art when it's more embraced, I guess. The Strength card is interesting. This is Brunhild and Siegfried. I'm going to just pull these down really quick, guys, so we can look at a few more. And then... So this is Brunhild and Siegfried and Strength. Contemplation is Abelard and Eloise. See, I don't know the significance of some of these. Love. See, to me, he's painting her. She's not even in the picture. Which makes me think that she's... Oh, this would be the Hermit. That's why. He's sort of hermited away thinking about her. So he's painting her and thinking on her, and he's in the home sort of hermiting away. Strength is sort of interesting too, because they use a horse. A lot of times you traditionally see the Strength card with the lion. So, but horse is a symbol of personal power. We have Fortune, which is Danae and Zeus. I like this because Zeus is out of body. He's like, yo, babe, want to come party? So this is like the Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of an interesting depiction of the Wheel of Fortune. Not really... Because to me, this is obviously a god coming down to a mortal and saying, yo, I like your guitar. Want to hang out? You want me to bestow you with my magical powers? And then we have Justice, which is Penelope and Odysseus. Sacrifice, which is Orpheus and Eurydice, or Eurydice. Let me just see. This is going to be an interesting deck. So Sacrifice is the Hanged Man. Okay, so he's sort of stuck. Like she's holding him back. Like, wait, no, don't make that decision. Don't go. I haven't taken out the baked goods yet. Alright, and then we have Transformation, which is Persephone and Pluto. That's the Death card. Wow. Okay. Persephone, she had a rough go of it, that poor broad. She couldn't get a fair break, let me tell you. We have Balance, which is Vulcan and Venus. Double V's. This is Temperance. And Temptation, which is the Devil, which is Paolo and Francesca. I'm not sure who they are. They could be just an Italian couple that the artist knew. I have no idea. Anyways, so that's a bunch of the major arcana. And let's go through some of the suits and look at the suits really quick. So I'm gonna... Oh, I want to share this one really quick though. I love this one. What is this? Grace. Grace is what? Let me see. Grace. Grace would be... Oh, of course this is my favorite card. Grace is the symbolic of the star. I love the art of this card, guys. It's Dante and Beatrice. Look at all the white doves flying around it, and then the heart with the crown, and the angel holding her. It's very reminiscent of what is that, the Piety of Christ, where the Mother Mary is holding the Christ body. It's sort of the opposite of that to me, which I love that. I don't know the story of Dante and Beatrice, though. So I'll have to check that out. But I love this because this is representational of the star card, which is one of my favorite cards. Ooh, Illusion is beautiful too. Ivan and Odette. I don't know who all these people are. This is the moon, okay. Wow, I'm gonna have to learn all of these cards. Alright, yeah, I'll just show you the moon. This is their version of the moon, which is illusion. It's just some birds. It's beautiful though. Okay, so let's get to some of the... So here's your Ace of Cups. I'm just gonna do like maybe 2 of each suit. Let's do... Let me find one that I think is really beautiful. Oh, this is really interesting. The 7 of Cups. Tortured match? Wow, babe. You might want to slow your roll. Like, look at the ghost of lovers past, like, kissing on her face there. It's a beautiful card, though. It really creates a lot of emotion. Okay, let's see. The Princess of Cups, Tristan, Isolde, Mark. Here's the Ace of Staves. This would be like wands. Let's share the 5 of staves here. Look. Stick fight! Brunhild, Siegfried, Brunhild, Fricka, and Wotan. I don't even know who those people are. That's interesting. Ace of Arrows. I love all the Cupid wings and stuff. Ooh, I'm just going to show you this one. The 2 of Arrows. Which would be like the 2 of Swords. Traditional 3 of Swords too, with the heart through it. Okay. A lot of angel activity happening in this deck. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. We have Adonis, Venus, Cupid, and Psyche as the court cards for the arrows. And then we have the Ace of Coins. Let me find a good coin card to share with you guys. Ooh, that one's kind of good. Let's see if I want to share that one. Oh, she's happy there too. Ooh, this one's great too. Alright, so I'm going to share with you the 9 of Coins here, which I love this. We've got those white doves again, and we've got this sort of abundance. She's very happy. And then this 10 of Coins is like new doors opening, new abundance, new beginnings, sort of moving onward and upward to a whole new way of being. Talk about completion in that card, right? And then for the coin court cards, we have Danae, Perseus, Hera, and Zeus ruling the coins. So that is the Lover's Path Tarot. Interesting way of doing this deck. It's going to be a bit of a learning curve. I might have to study some of these stories to really gather some of the information, because these love stories are so intertwined through this deck. But it should be fun and interesting. I'll find a place for this deck in one of these picker cards. If it's, this feels more like this might be one of those twin flame readings. Like if I need to, but see, I don't know the history of some of these stories, which I think they're going to be significant to how this sort of love went down historically. Like I need to learn that before, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll just Google it as I do the reading or something. I'm not sure. I'll figure something out. Because I don't know much about the past history, historical loves. But I think they're really beautiful. And I love that they have this heart with wings. I didn't know that when I bought these. So I just think they're very cool. And see, even here, the wings are here underneath the crown in the sky. It's like sort of like these misty clouds. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. You have the heart with the wings on the cup here. So it's like all hidden within the design. It's beautiful. Okay, guys. So that is this deck. I just wanted to get it unboxed and show you guys sort of what's going on in there, so that when I do get ready to do these pick a cards, I feel like I have unboxed these sufficiently so we know what to expect. It also helps me to kind of figure out where to best utilize these decks, because I have them in different spaces. I mean, I have a few of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 5. So I may use a few in one and a few in another, and I also have to figure out where we're using these cards. So we'll figure that out. But so that's the first of the love decks. I might do another one. I might sign off right now just to complete this video and sign right back on and do another one. If you guys have fun, stay tuned. Keep a lookout. I might be right back to do another one just to knock these out so that I can get them done, and then I can start to formulate which decks go where in which pick of cards. All right, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. Please hit the subscribe button if you're watching. I'm close to 350 subscribers over at YouTube, which to me is a big deal. I think I'm one away. I keep checking, and I keep going like, So if any of you have YouTube accounts and you want to go over and subscribe from Facebook, please do so. And if any of you are just watching me on YouTube, which I'm not sure if you are because I haven't had any YouTube speakers yet, but if there are any, go over and watch, go over and like my business page on Facebook. All right, you guys, I will see you all later in maybe just a few minutes, actually. I'm going to maybe do 1 or 2 more decks. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, let me know, and I will continue to do it live with the chat box up. And if not, I can go back to doing it the old way of pre-taping it. All right, you guys, have a great day, and I will see you soon.